Hi, I'm Lara Sky, and this is part of a series I wanted to try on my channel where we kind of talk about different kinks, going from like A to Z. I did one last week which was abduction and armpits. So yeah, it's just something that I thought if I did like more chill videos, more like chatty style and just brain dumped, we can maybe get more videos out, because I'm honestly so bad at uploading. I'm very sorry, but I always try and prioritize my paid subscribers over free content. Sorry if that offends you, but I feel a lot more commitment to people who are, you know, investing their time and money into me than... Obviously, I love that you watch me, don't get this the wrong way, but when I only have so much time in a day, I have to choose what I'm gonna do. So here we are on the rambles. Today, I really want to talk about bondage and bagging. So bondage, you get different kinds of bondage. So we could be looking at something from handcuffs. Are we rope tied? Are we, you know, hog tied? Is it shibari? Is it something, you know, how restricted are you in your bondage? Is it, I think what I'm going to do is stick with kind of like bondage of limbs. I was going to go kind of into like breath play and everything. Another B. But yeah, I think we'll just talk about like bondage, why people like it. So there's many different aspects to this. Also, bagging comes into bondage because it's part of it. So yeah, like why do people want to be tied up? Do you just want to have the feeling of like restraint? So you could do like some kind of rope work that's kind of holding your arms by your side, but you're still able to freely move. You could be restrained to a bed, like at the four corners, be standing up. So a lot of it is about like losing that sense of control, that someone else is in charge of you. I also have, like, people do self bondage. So I have like a really cool ice lock that you put in the freezer, and then after an hour it melts, so you can be tied up for an hour. That's kind of fun, but it is kind of like of not being able to move, of not being in control. So when you're looking at bondage, obviously such a broad topic that I did not research at all. Such are these videos. But I really do see it as like kind of a giving up control, and also like that feeling of restriction, that feeling of being very like in your place. So feel free to, like, in a vanilla way, in a PG way, comment below what you think about bondage. You know, like, is it something that you do as kind of a form of artwork? Is it something you do because some people like to feel quite scared during their sessions, some people feel, you know, quite comfy and cozy and they feel very safe. So you get things like kind of body bags and inflation kits and whatever. So yeah, basically moving on to bagging. Yeah, so bagging is obviously like a more extreme form of bondage. So you get different kinds of bags. We could put you in a bin bag, but the kinds I mean tend to be either leather or rubber, PVC of some sort. And you get ones that are like little sleeping bags that your head sticks out of, and you go in them and you get all bound up, and some of them you can even hang from the ceiling, and they're wonderful. You can go for a little sleep. And then you get other ones that you inflate when the person's in it. Some of them, there's basically just a breathing tube. So yeah, once you're inside the bag, it's sort of like sensory deprivation on top of being constrained. So you get different kinds of like bondage, different kinds of ways that you can be very sort of enclosed. So you could be, you know, you could be in like a coffin. I saw a dungeon in Scotland, actually. They've just got a coffin, which inside the coffin you're going to have lots of space unless you're tied up. But you know, it's like that, removing some of your sensory input. So it kind of adds to the session. If you are in a submissive role, obviously it allows you to fully go into that, to really, really let go. When you're in your bag, you're just not able to move. So it depends whether you see it as something that's quite like cozy and tight and I like to be tied up and not able to move. Or are you more somebody who's like wants to be degraded and be told, I'm a loser. You're like, I'm such a loser, like I don't even get to move. You know, like they put me in this bag and they're gonna leave me. Is it like the feeling of fear of like objectification? Is it, you know, that there's so many ways we could look at this. it's going to be quite a short video because I'm running out of topics without going too deep and getting completely and utterly banned. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a little kind of like A to Z thing. We're trying them out. We'll probably do like another 2 weeks, see how they go, and then we'll either take it or leave it. Obviously this comes with a hub video, which is the same theme, which is also like a kind of brain dump impromptu like femdom thing. Don't know what's going on with my hands. If you've watched my other video on this outfit, you will know that I have had a lot of sugar. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about bondage, whether you are somebody who has tried it, wants to try it, like what's your favourite kind? Do you prefer something that's maybe like a wrist restraint or a handcuff? Do you prefer like an all over? Do you prefer like shibari, which is obviously like rope work and very intricate, but it's more an artistic way of being tied up? Do you prefer like all body, kind of bagging, very, very restricted? Yeah, something to have a think about. And if this is completely new to you, maybe it's something you want to go and explore. Obviously, if you do, please make sure that you do it with a partner. Safety warning, if you're using ropes, make sure you have scissors nearby. You get special ones that have like I think they use them in hospitals, so you can like cut them without cutting a person's skin, even if it's quite tight. If you're going to do a lot of rope work, invest in them, but obviously make sure you have a way to easily untie people. If you're quite new to bondage and using handcuffs and stuff, I do recommend Velcro. It'll give you the same effect, but it's a lot faster to get off. Yeah, obviously make sure with your partner that you're communicating at all times, that you have a safe word, and I think that is the safety brief. Oh yeah, don't put yourself in bags on your own. Don't tie yourself up on your own unless you have a nice lock, okay? This is not sponsored by them, I just happen to have one and it's quite fun. So anyway, I will see you next week for C for chastity. Is that too obvious? Shall I try and think of another C? Shall I? Maybe, we'll find out.